Hi, welcome back to Unicorn Dust Designs. My name is Sammy and today I'm very excited because I am collabing with a newer channel. It is called Kathy's Crafty Creations and DIYs. Say that 5 times fast for me. I'm really excited to tell you more about her later in the video, but for now, let's go ahead and hop into these farmhouse DIYs. All right, y'all, we're gonna start with this carbon gray stain. 4 of these crates from Dollar Tree. You are gonna stain the front, the back, the sides, the insides, all of it. After we are done doing all 4 of these, we are gonna go ahead and start measuring our paint sticks. So I grabbed some of the shorter paint sticks. We're gonna measure across here, and then we are going to basically, what do I say? Tape that off, measure it off. You know what I'm saying. And then I'm going to take my little table saw here and we are going to cut that. Now, it's not like the easiest saw, but it is convenient. And we are going to cut those down to size. Now, y'all, I got this inspiration from Missy Jones on like a Dollar Tree Facebook page. I asked her permission if I could use her DIY, and she said yes. I will show you her version after this. All right, so now that everything is stained, we're going to go ahead and connect our crates together. So I'm going to use my Dollar Tree super glue. Hot glue for that immediate hold. We are going to put both of them together. Make sure you press in tight and that you got an even straight lines. Then we are going to take our other 2 and repeat the same thing. Super glue, hot glue, put them together, let them dry just a bit. Oh yeah, don't worry, I got more of those. All right, so after those 2 were connected, now we are going to connect one to the other so that we're stacking them on top. Sorry you guys for all these angles. I really didn't know how to record this one. All right, now taking our paint sticks. Now, Missy actually used the opposite side and painted 1, 2, 3, 4 on it, which was so cute. But I actually really liked the numbers peeking out through the stain. So I chose to do it this way, and I'm just taking my detail gun and putting the hot glue on the borders and putting that on. There you go. So now we're going to move to the top. So we're taking these galvanized picture frames, we're taking the clips off, set that on to the side because you know we save everything. And oh my gosh, when I saw her DIY, I was like, oh, you are a genius. So taking that same stain, I am just coating the frame so it all ties in, taking the backs of the frames off, taking the stickers off. Okay. So then taking the excess of the painter stick that we cut off, I'm going to stain those up. So Missy used something in the middle on the top of her crates to make the roof of her house. Didn't know what it was, so this actually worked out extremely well. So taking some hot glue, I'm going to put those sticks up there, and this is going to help connect our tin roof together. So I'm just lining the top with some hot glue. I'm resting those tin picture frames on top, making sure that they're hanging off even on each side. Now taking wooden dowels, I am going to cut these to size. I wanted to make sure that our picture frames were attached, but I did not want to drown everything with hot glue. So I thought, you know what? Let's cut some of these wooden dowels to size. I'll go ahead and stain them. I'm just using dog nail clippers here. And then we are going to put a strand of hot glue on them. I'll change kind of still, you can't really see. But we're gonna put a strand of hot glue on it. And then we are going to basically wedge it in between the frame and the box. That way our frame is connected to the dowel and the dowel's connected to the box, if that makes sense. Then I go squirrel on myself, and I start thinking of other things. So then I cut another wooden dowel and stain that one because we'll eventually put it on the top. But then I'm like, oh wait, girl, you didn't even finish the other side of the roof yet. So then I take that other short wooden dowel, and then we're gonna put a strand of hot glue on that, stick it inside. There you go. So now it's totally connected. It looks good. Then taking this wooden dowel, we put that on the top, makes it look a little bit more finished in my opinion. All right, once that dries, we're going to take, I think this is cashew, even though I use plaster on like everything else in these DIYs, but I'm just distressing these down. I was trying to copy Missy's and she distressed hers. So I was like, I gotta distress mine too. So I should have probably done this before putting everything together. I ended up distressing the back of the boxes, the back of the inside boxes, but not like the sides and everything, since I was doing this as an instep, I guess you can say. But it ended up coming together very well. And look at how cute. Missy Jones, you are a genius, because this is just darling. And I just realized too how, like, I have no knickknacks to put in here, but I will find some, and I want to put this on my coffee bar. It is so gorgeous. I'm going to show you Missy's right now too, because hers looks way better than mine. Oh my gosh. Look at, this is Missy Jones. Look at the 1, 2, the 3, the 4, like all of that stuff. It just looks so good. Again. I am so excited that you guys decided to tune in today and watch my video. And also, I hope you guys take the time to go check out Kathy's crafty creations and DIYs as well after you're done watching this one. As usual, if you're digging me, if you're digging the channel, if you are digging the DIYs, then make sure you like and make sure you subscribe, because it really truly helps my channel out. And as usual, I just want to thank all of my new subscribers, all of my OG subscribers for being here. I appreciate all the comments. I read them all. I try. I think I do a pretty good job responding to all of them. And if you guys want to know more about, you know, like my life, my kids, all that stuff, I post a lot of that on my Instagram. So make sure to go down in the description box and check out those links so that we can connect over there as well. So you guys, I'm going to be telling you more about Kathy later in this video, but for now, let's go ahead and hop back into the DIYs. For this DIY, we are going to take the Dollar Tree sign. I love how simple this is. It's just a rectangle. We're going to take the larger paint stir sticks. We're going to hold it up to our sign, and we're going to measure this off. And I am just marking it with a pencil. I'm going to take my table saw, and we are going to just cut that. Now, you guys are probably going to say, attach it to your table so it doesn't move around. I don't want to attach it to my table, okay? I just don't want to. I just don't. All right, now taking the remainder of that paint stick, we're going to hold it up to our sign again, measure it off again, and then cut the top piece off. Then you're just going to keep basically restacking. Instead of like having to measure each and mark it with a pencil, I just stack it on top, just like I do here. Use that as my measuring guide, then remove the top piece, cut away. All right, so after I'm done cutting all of those, I'm gonna sand the bottoms. I'm gonna make them all nice and smooth. Now we're going to, oh, I wanted to show you, gosh, you guys, this ladybug vacuum is like everything. It's like heavy duty, even though it's a little baby tiny ladybug, but look at this. I even open it up just to show you guys how much it picks up. Look at that. That's in my Amazon store link, okay? All right, now with all those paint sticks, we're going in with that same carbon gray Varathane stain. You could use any stain color you'd like, and we are just going to stain all of our paint sticks. I do the front and the sides, but I do not do the backs because we're not gonna see it, so don't waste your product. Now we're gonna attach. So I always line my stuff up first because you just never know. So right here, I learned, okay, it's not gonna fit perfectly, so I'm gonna have to push it up just a little bit. So you're gonna have a little bit of an overhang, no worries. I'm gonna start from the bottom here, hot gluing it on. Leave your other pieces there just so you know where to go. And then I could start moving my paint sticks and applying one at a time. Make sure you press them down firmly and that they are really close together so you don't mess up your placement here. And then the little curves, I rotate them from, you know, opposite sides. You see the little curves? All right, now taking this tin welcome windmill, I've never used one of these before, and I thought, oh, I could just bend this back and forth, back and forth. Then I started hearing cracking, and I was like, oh no, we can't do that. So then taking the little round piece, I was able to bend that back, forth. It came off, but then I had to get my wire cutters. Finally, it came off, but then there was something on the back of it. And I was like, oh, great, that's awesome. I want it to sit flush with the sign. Well, that doesn't happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue this to the windmill, the little circle. That ends up falling off later. Don't worry, I'll show you how to fix it. Then now we're gonna take our drill, because I am adamant about this sitting flush with the sign and not like hot gluing it on. So I take my drill, I'm gonna drill a hole into our sign, just trying to find placement here. And then I will put it up on something. Here, there you go. Drill a hole in there, and the little like thing that was on the back fit perfectly inside. We will put hot glue on that later because it ends up falling out. I'm a mess. All right, taking the plaster, we're just gonna distress this board. I'm starting from the outside, working my way in, just using the stencil brush from Dollar Tree. Then I'll take a little bit more and put it through the middle. Then I grab a decal. I make this with my Cricut, and it says Country Living. I'm using Oramask 813 stencil vinyl. And I will take that same stencil brush, just the Dollar Tree one, and I'm gonna kind of pounce it in here. I wanted it to look more like faded paint, not so bold and clean. So that's why I chose to kind of like pounce, because I didn't want every inch of the letters to be covered. I do make sure that I get, you know, the really good parts of the letters so you know what letter it is, but it ends up coming out so darn clean. I absolutely love it. And you guys can make this your own. It doesn't have to say country living. It could say home. It could say love. It could say fresh air or spring, anything. So we go ahead and peel this off. Look at those clean lines. Ooh, oh girl. Yes, I love me some clean lines. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and cover the back, but I take the hanger that was on it. I hot glue it on there, utilizing the little plastic parts. So I take my shipment paper, cover it up. Y'all know I do this. I don't want to see the back of the other sign. So then I flip it over, and then the sign comes out, but then the circle falls off, and I'm like, oh girl, you're a mess. So I apply super glue to it, then hot glue, and then I'll put the hot glue in the hole of this. Make sure to stick it in there, and look at how cute this is. Sometimes you don't have to overdo it, you know, says the girl that's extra. But I do love the simplicity of this. I love that it looks totally like a wood sign. Nobody would know you pieced those together with paint sticks. Okay, so our next DIY, I am taking 3 of these signs from Dollar Tree. They easily, the actual sign part pops out so easily. Well, then we got to take the sawtooth hangers out. These come out easy as well. But you guys, you have to look out for these because they are covered in glue. So I have to take my sanding block. I'm trying to just like even all of the glue out so it's not so bumpy. Now we're going to go in after we're done with that, and we're going to try to take these words off, which are like next to impossible, even with the heat gun. I was able to save the thankful, but the this is us, I just ended up having to tear those up because they were just so difficult for me to get up. So we're going to go in with elephant gray. Yo, this took me an hour to do. My mind was at like 0. I tell you, there is probably a way easier way to do this, but it took an hour. So we're going to do 2 coats on each of those, all of those frames. Make sure to get the inside. Then we're going to paint the backs of these with elephant gray as well. And we're going to do the same with all 3 of them. Now I'm taking some vinyl cutouts, our stencils that I made with my Cricut. Let me know if you guys want me to put these in my Etsy shop. With these, I'm using Oramask 813 stencil vinyl. And I am using, so one says life is better on the farm. One is going to say farm, sweet farm. Now y'all, make sure, this is just inspiration. If you guys aren't Farmhouse, you don't have to do Farmhouse. These are here, like the bones of this, the signs and everything like that. That is the inspiration, and you can do whatever designs you want on this. You can make it fit your decor. And I think that's the most important thing everybody has to remember is, yes, I do Farmhouse because that's my home style, but that doesn't mean that like these cannot be transitioned into other styles. All right, so after we're done placing this on here, we're gonna go ahead and start stenciling again with the plaster. All right, so I'm gonna do the pouncing again because I don't want this like super bold or anything. I'm just dabbing, yabba dabba doo, you know? I love that movie, like the one with the real people. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing with this one and then the Farm Sweet Farm one. So let's go over. Now for this one, I'm painting over the vinyl letters. That way when we go ahead and weed this and peel back the letters, we're gonna see the gray lettering on here. So this dries super fast. I'm gonna go ahead and weed this. I know some of you like love watching the weeding process, but I'm sorry, I do fast forward through this here, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and weed this out. This came out so good. My inspiration was actually, it was like some ad for Wayfair and it had this thing. It was much a larger scale, of course. So that's where I got the inspiration from. So we're gonna go ahead and weed, and then sorry, I do jump ahead to our next one where we actually weed the letters out, and you can see how clean that looks. It just stands out so very much. And we're gonna finish weeding this. You guys are more than welcome to put clear on it, spray it, put Mod Podge over it, clear wax, that is up to you. I didn't put anything over it, sorry. All right, now taking that plaster, I'm just distressing the edges. I just thought it looked too clean, you know, I don't know. But it's okay because you hardly see it once it's in the frame. Now we are going to cover the backs. Y'all know I have to do this. I don't even know why I put it in my videos anymore because you probably already know what's going to happen. But I'm just hot gluing on the back, pressing them on our shipment paper, and then we're going to just get our Arteza craft knife and then clean this up just like this. Now our backs are nice and clean. Nobody will see all of the trash on the back. So we're going to go ahead and pop these into our frames. Easy peasy, Dollar Tree squeezy. Put those down. You guys know how to do that, so I won't show you that I did it on all three. Very nice. Okay, so I decided to stick all three of them together. You obviously do not have to do that. I used super glue and hot glue here. Do you guys see how cute this is? This is so adorable and it looks so clean. Nobody would know these were Dollar Tree frames. Like, come on. Woo! Okay. So then I take the plaster again. We're going to distress around the frame, go down the middle, and oh gosh, this came together so well. Imagine this on a grander scale. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn that around. We're going to take one of the sawtooth hangers we used earlier. And as I'm doing this, I accidentally cracked the frame and I tell my husband, it's okay. Nothing hot glue can't fix. And he's like, oh my gosh, no, you're not. And I'm like, yes, I am. But y'all, look at how cute this turned out. And I spent $3, you know, of course, like my vinyl and stuff like that, but the $3 in the frames, and I got this gorgeous sign. I am obsessed with it. All right, you guys, Kathy's Crafty Creations and DIYs. I am working with her today, and she is a new YouTuber, and she is definitely worth checking out. She does do Farmhouse, and I mean, look at these. Look at these. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. She has a great personality. She is so friendly and uplifting, and you guys will absolutely love her if you give her a chance. I'm going to leave her channel down in the description box along with her video for today. She is also doing a $25 Amazon gift card giveaway. I am not involved in that, so you do have to go to her channel for that. All right, you guys, cheers to sour belts. All right, for our last DIY, I'm taking this galvanized sign from Dollar Tree. I got it during the summer. And you could put a wet cloth over this. It's just paper and it'll probably come off super easy for you. I just wanted to go the difficult route. That's all right. Don't mind me. All right. So taking this cow, I got this from Walmart. I think it's like $1.97 or something. And I'm just staining it with that carbon gray just to tie it. You guys know I have to tie everything into each other. And next I'm going to grab the burlap garland. Now that's what it's called on the tag. I got this from Dollar Tree during the summer. We're going to cut this off. And then I'm going to pull 3 strands out from the sides and then the top and the bottom here. Okay, see that? It gives it a nice like rustic distress look. To attach this, we're going to get hot glue and super glue. Now, attach the super glue first, then dab your hot glue on here, because if y'all know metal and hot glue, they don't like each other. They ain't friends, but we try and make them friends by mixing them with super glue. So as you'll see next, I get like the super glue, do a strand, do some hot glue, and then I'm just dabbing, just running it over so it doesn't all come through. Then taking our cowl, we get the hot glue, super glue, attach that little baby. Now using some Dollar Tree wood letters. Y'all, these are so hard to find. When you find them, pick a bunch of them up because there is only one letter in each pack, okay? So taking that carbon gray, I am staining those letters on up. Easy peasy. And then taking the same thing we've been using, we're gonna take that super glue and the hot glue. You guys, you can do farm on this. You could do love, you could do hope. I mean, whatever you want. Cows, I don't know. But we're just taking the super glue and the hot glue on this, attaching it. And I actually was pretty impressed with the way this ends up turning out. So I hope you guys like it. After that, we are gonna grab some of our extras. I tell you guys to keep everything you take off. So I found one of my twine pieces that have the plastic attached to it, worked so well. Then taking some scrap boxwood, I kind of cut a little bit off just so it's a little thinner. I'm gonna take hot glue, which I wish I would have remembered to attach some super glue in there, just for added security here, okay? So we're gonna do that on each side, and then that gap, sorry I'm not in frame in this, but I just take the twine from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna wrap it around 3 fingers and make it pretty thick. And then I take a piece of twine, tie it off in the middle, and next we are going to just cut those loops in half, kind of like, you know, kind of like a messy bow here. Attach that with, I only put hot glue. Make sure you put super glue too, because that could fall off. Who knows? Now taking some buttons. I found the most perfect button. It's like a brown distress and it has like text on it. I'll do a close-up after this, but y'all, it's perfection. So I hot glue that on and we're done with this. So this is how it turned out. Sorry about the lighting. It's like super bright, but it's super basic and cute. And I absolutely love how this turned out. This would make a great gift for somebody that lives like on a farm or a housewarming. I don't know. Let me know which one was your favorite down below as usual. Oh, I love all of these. They turned out so cute. All right, you guys, I just wanted to mention real quick, we are doing a spring mystery box hop with all Dollar Tree items, and all of these wonderful ladies are participating. I'm so excited. It's going to happen on March 23rd, and I hope you guys mark it on your calendar and you join us, because there is going to be a mystery box giveaway included in this hop. I cannot wait to see all of your guys' comments to see how you feel about it. All right, I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to check out Kathy's channel down in the description box. Bye. What a mess. Okay. Your arms are getting a little too big for this shirt. Okay. Yes, girl. Yes, this is, gosh, you can't even like, this is why you are starting your journey all over again, mama. Don't be hard on yourself. Oh my gosh, the arms are so tight. Don't be discouraged. It is fine. It is fine. You're working on it. That's what matters, right? That's what matters. Okay, you're fine, girlfriend. You're fine. It's okay if a sleeve is tight. I want my ear showing, but I also don't appreciate that, you know? But I'm having a hard time with my hair because my sleeves are so tight. So, yeah, see that? Okay, let's. Hello again, my beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning. this freaking tight. Okay, don't bust it. This is like one of my favorite shirts. I've had this for probably like 7 years.
Dad, look at the new one we got.
What are you doing, bud?
Look at the new one.
Are you trying to be a creeper and look over the neighbor's gates?
It's a box.
Red balls. You. Okay, bye.